Kelli Ann, and welcome back. Welcome back. That's the sound of Potter crawling into his Kroger bag. He likes to sleep in paper Kroger bags. What can I say? I'm a great mom. Whenever I last filmed, I said that I was going to take my plague doctor to Houston with me, and I did not. Although I honestly cannot remember if I got any more done on it or not. So I'm just going to show you where it's at. And hopefully it's not what you saw last time. And if it is, it's beautiful. So just get excited. But this is how far I am. So I haven't worked on this since Thursday of last week. So actually, this is probably where I left off. It is stitching up really fast. McKenna's already finished with hers. Congrats. But that's all that she's been working on. And she just did the black, and it looks amazing. So if you're wanting to get in on this, it's by Busby Designs on Etsy. It's a great pattern. Or just go to Etsy and type in Plague Doctor Cross Stitch, and it's like literally the only one. But it's a fantastic pattern. It's 7 colors. Creepy fabric, dark colors, creepy picture. You can't go wrong. Let's see. I have been working on sewing cats at work, and to be fair, I've only worked on it like maybe 2 days. So not as much as I would probably like to have done. Definitely not. But I have been working on the top 2 shelves. So I've been working on the pin cushion right here, and I am trying to color complete. I didn't want to miscount for the dark red for the bottom of the shelf that my Potter cat is going to be laying on. So I did do a little bit of the medium purple color that trails up to it, so that way I could count for the deeper red color. But I did color complete the red. I color completed these 3 yellows, well, 2 yellows and an orange. And I'm working on the light blue. So the light blue is the outline for what's going to be known as my Potter cat. So this is one paw, the side of his face, that's an ear. This has a part of purple thread going through it. And this is the other ear over here, and this, no, yeah, that's the ear. I don't know. And then I've got to do like the back right here, and then the tail comes down, and then this is the other front paw. So I have some more of the light blue left to finish up here, and then there's light blue in this part of the pincushion and on the ruffles underneath. So I am color completing per usual, mainly all of like the bright colors and stuff, because I am going to customize this cat to be, right now it is like a black and white cat, so I've got to add in some of the tan colors because I'm going to make that cat Gizmo. So I'm trying to get it down to the colors that are mainly in the cats, because I'm going to have to try and like freestyle that. Then the other one that I've been working on at nighttime is my Toasty Tardis, and this is mostly just because I really wanted to get it out. It's not a Soda Stitch design, obviously. It's a Power Pixel design. It's just called Tardis, but me and Michelle Bendy Stitchy we're doing a little sal together, so we're calling it Toasty Tardis because it's a TARDIS in the snow with a scarf around it. So I started the bottom 3 pages, so I've been color completing, if you can't tell. The hardest thing about this one, as far as color completing goes, is I've finished this blue color in full stitches and in the half stitches, but it is also a blend. This piece has about 10 blends, and it has about 6 or 7 that you do as half stitches for the snow. So that's pretty interesting because I have to remind myself not to go back over them and X them. So that's been really interesting. But I wanted to go ahead and just do the bottom half because this full coverage is kind of making it hard for this frame to go in place. And so I want to do the top last because I feel like it'll be easier to get in the frame because I'm not a fan of Q-snaps. Tried them. I can't grip it enough anymore with my hands. The carpal tunnel is real, you guys. Anyway, so I've been color completing. I need to work on some of the purples and stuff, but I'm trying to finish the reds, the golds. I kind of just wanted to establish like a baseline with some of the half stitches down here just to see what they were going to be like, but I have some golds or some yellows and some reds left that I'm going to do before I really heavily get into all the blues and purples, because some of the blues and purples are only used for whole stitches, and they aren't in blends or anything like that. And some of them that are in blends aren't in blends on these 3 pages. So whenever you get to the blues and purples, it's just a mess. And then also what I'm going to start doing, because I've said it before, but I made 2 copies of this pattern because it was a digital pattern. I made a color copy so that way I could see the outlining better, and I'm just going to show you what I mean. Ooh, did not mean to move the computer. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I made a black and white copy, which is literally easier for me to highlight, but some of the symbols, and this is a bad example of that, but some of the symbols are harder to see because the grayscale printed it out too dark to see. And then I made a color copy because the color copy shows you the lines a lot better for the back stitching. So if you can tell up here, there's 2 different colors of back stitching. There is the black lines, which is obviously in 310, and these lime green lines are white. So there's 310 outlining the entire TARDIS and some the stars and stuff like that, but where the light is coming down on the scarf, those are outlined in the white, and I can't remember if it's Blanc or B5200. It doesn't really matter. I think it's B5200. The pink dots are white French knots for snow falling. I am not putting the snow falling. I thought about possibly doing beads. I'm going to wait and see what it looks like fully completed, but I kind of think that I'm just going to have it as the TARDIS sitting in freshly snowed snow and not actually sitting in a snowstorm. I think that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, even on the black and white one, the lines are just really faint, and once you've highlighted over it, it kind of makes it hard to see some of them. So that's why I have 2 copies. So as I finish a page, I'm getting rid of the black and white, but I'm keeping the color to do my back stitching. But because the frame is so hard to get on and off at this point, whenever I finish the bottom, I'm going to outline the bottom 3 pages and probably halfway up the middle that I've already finished. Or like 3/4 of the way up on those pages. So I will have to keep them because some of the back stitching for the top end continues into the top 3 pages, which obviously I have not stitched. So I want to get some of the back stitching done as well while the hoop is here. So that's kind of my goal on that. And that's all that I've worked on. I did, whenever I was going back home to Houston, I did stop at 3 stitches. While I was in there, I did do a pretty decent haul. So she didn't go out of business this weekend. But anyways, I picked up 2 patterns. Everyone knows I've been collecting all of the hands-on design patterns that are the chalkboards. And thanks to Danielle, who did the flip through of that keepsake calendar, which I now have to own, but I have to wait till October 1st to get it because that's payday. But I really, really want that now because there is a chalkboard pattern in there and an Emma Congdon to die for, and I can't, there was probably like 4 patterns out of the 13 in there, but definitely for the chalkboard pattern, Priscilla, why didn't you let anyone know? Or did you not design that one? Even if you didn't, it's amazing. It's a hands-on design. It's really cute, and it will go with all these other ones. So anyways, I picked this up. Priscilla, it's beautiful. And I love roses. I am going to stitch the autumn one first, though, because it's autumn. The next one that I got, and I'm also going to blame Priscilla on this, is this one. Because, personally, so backstory, some of you know this, my birthday is 2 days before Halloween. I love all things Halloween, but at the same time, I never have anything that I can leave out Halloween / through Thanksgiving / fall. I tend to gravitate more towards only Halloween things. So whenever I saw this, I had to have it. I also am obsessed with white pumpkins. If you don't remember, like a few weeks ago, I bought the Hey There Pumpkins pattern by Hands On Designs, and it's 3 little white pumpkins that look like they have quilt squares on them. So adorable. But anyways, had to have this. I'm definitely going to edit some of the colors. I want it to stand out a little bit more. So the checkerboard pattern, I feel, kind of fades too much into the white pumpkin, which coincidentally has a K on it. Coincidence? Maybe not. Perfect timing? Maybe so. I did get some of these little soft mints in my bag. I love these things. I literally eat them like candy, so I'm glad they only gave me 2. And also, that feeds my OCD because I like to eat things like that in 2s. Another thing that I got, I'm going to blame Adele on this, is I really wanted to do the chalkboard patterns and a couple of the other smalls that I bought recently, not on Ada. So I wanted to get 32 count white Jobelin, but they did not have any. They were going to have to order it. And I'm definitely I want to buy it now, and I want to see it. I don't want you to just order it and cut me off some and send it to me. I want to tangibly see it. So I went ahead and I went with 28 count white Jobelin. This is a 15 by 20 piece. This is the one that I'm going to dye. I think I'm going to like tea dye this. And I might do the baste and bake, bake and baste, whatever it's called. I think I'm going to try that. Ooh, throwing out threads everywhere. Holy threads, guys. And then this is another piece of 28 count white Jobelin. I basically bought the only 2 pre-cut pieces that they had. This is 15 by 49, and this I'm going to do for the chalk designs that I'm going to start at the moment, which is going to be the autumn house and the matching autumn, and I might skip the Boo pumpkin for this year and go into a Christmas one. Or actually, I want to do the littles because I started collecting the fall into the winter littles. I want to do that because I keep forgetting to show the clipboard that I bought last week. I mentioned it last week. I can see it, but it's very far away. I'll show it whenever I finish the first one. However, I'm going to dye this piece of fabric, this 15 by 49. I'm going to dye this a kind of like darker gray. And then I'm going to model it with black because I really like the look of these, but I want mine to look like maybe it's been erased a few times because I'm a weirdo. That's what I want it to look like. It's an old chalkboard. I don't know. That's just what I have in my head. I went ahead while I was there and I picked up 2 of the glow-in-the-dark DMCs to work into some of my Halloween patterns because why not? And then I got a crap ton of dyed threads. And whenever I say a crap ton, guys, I went a little crazy. I got like 14 of one brand and I think 13 of another, which to some of you, that may sound not like a lot, but to me, that's a lot. But I did get ones that are going to work for so many patterns. Okay, I'm just separating them by brands really fast because y'all know me, I don't pre-plan anything because I'm a doof. Okay, so this one I don't have a plan for. I just really wanted to own it. This is Crab Cakes by Classic Colorworks. And 1, I just love the name. And 2, it's just such a beautiful red. I love that. Okay, so now it's where I tried to remember what I bought threads for. Yay! I'm so excited. Okay, so I have a pretty decent pile of Gentle Arts here. And I don't remember what they're all for, but I do know that I bought some for Sunflower Manor, the Boo Pumpkin, the Christmas one with the Santa going over the houses, and I'm going to use some of the other colors for the smalls. I also bought colors for, I don't remember. I really don't. So anyways, I'll just tell you what I got, and maybe at some point it'll come back to me in my head. Okay, so I do know that terracotta, curry, and carrot are for the Boo Pumpkin. I do know that. So very, very, very pretty. Some of the colors they did not have. I just told you about Gentle Arts, and I'm showing you the Weeks Dye Works first. Guys, it's been a long day. So my big project at work, we've been working on a certain coating, and I've made it work. I've gotten it to work, but there was a few cosmetic things that we wanted to be different, and we couldn't figure out how to redo the coating to make it work, and we figured it out today. Took the whole morning. But, oh my gosh, I'm so, you have no idea, genius. If you're friends with me on Facebook and you're wondering what Captivate Wizard means, this girl. Weeks Dye Works, I also got Ocean. One of the patterns that I got actually calls for this color, I believe. Envy is not one of the called for colors. Oh, this one, I definitely know which one this one is for. This one is for the Christmas one with the chalk pattern with the Santa flying over the houses. I got Envy because it's supposed to be the lime green one that starts with a C. Chartreuse, maybe? And I did not like it. I did not like it. And Liberty is the red for that. And so I thought, and the red and the green are only in the Christmas lights outlining, well, I mean, obviously the red's also in Santa's suit, but the green and the red are the Christmas lights on the houses. So I thought these two would look a whole lot better than bright red and lime green. So I switched mine to be Envy because I just personally really liked that better. I got Clockwork. I believe Clockwork might be, and I could totally be wrong. No, I'm totally wrong. I did not get any of the colors for this pattern. I figured that I could use some leftovers, or actually I have some orange that I've dyed myself. I might use some of that because it's a little bit different. But I got Clockwork for one of the patterns, and I can't remember which one. I also got Moss because they were out of one of the greens that I needed, and I really liked this one as a compromise. I got Molasses for one of the patterns that I'm apparently doing. I threw away the list telling me which patterns these were for. Honeysuckle, I know, is in the autumn, the Sunflower Manor, pretty sure. I got Straw. I can't remember which one that one's for. I don't remember. And Capri is in one of the patterns that I feel like maybe this one's also for the Autumn House. Yes, this is also for the Sunflower Manor, but it's also going to be a color in one of the other ones too, the leftovers. And then I got a second Carrot. Okay, now we'll talk about the Gentle Arts, and I promise this is the end. I got Amethyst, which is a like tan and purple. I got Endive. This was another color that wasn't called for, but they were out of the color that I needed. So I really liked this one, and I needed 2 skeins of it, so I had 2 of those. I got Fragrant Cloves, which I already have one of these in a different kit, but I feel like I'm going to need more of it anyways. Orange Marmalade, I'm pretty sure this one is in the Boo Pumpkin as well. Sunflower, I'm pretty sure this is in Sunflower Manor. I could totally be wrong. Barn Gray, this one I believe is in Hey There Pumpkin, but I also needed it for something else. Forest Glade, this was like half the greens that were called for were not available, or I did not like them for the look in my head that I was going for, so I switched out for Forest Green. Brandy and Summer Meadow, these are both really pretty. I know that Brandy is a replacement for something. I got 2 avocados. That is a called for in like 3 of the patterns that I was buying threads for. Hyacinth and Blue Jay. So, oh, Straw. That one. No, Brandy. I don't know. One of them is for the Santa and the houses. Yep. And Blue Jay is for the winter with the snowman. I don't know, guys. I don't know anymore. Anyways, massive thread haul, okay? That's all that needs. It's for many patterns. And some of them they called for totally different colors, but the colors were similar enough, or maybe just like a little bit less bright, or maybe a little bit brighter than the called for. And some of them don't have much of that color, so I'm just going to use colors in multiple patterns. So I didn't, the actual thread list of like the called for threads was like double this, but I can reuse like half the colors for the other patterns that I want to do. So I felt a lot better about that too. So yeah, that's my haul. That's been my week. There you go, guys. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what I'm going to, I know that I've already talked about this. I do at this point plan on recording this weekend. I just don't know how much it's going to be for the vlog. And I guess it also just depends on how I feel once it turns into the weekend. So if you don't see me on Monday or Tuesday with a vlog, I'll see you next week with another weekly update. And I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.